Hey everyone, it's Cassimus Lego and welcome back to our custom Lego minifigure showcase video, and this time I'm going to show you the custom minifigures I made for the release of Godzilla vs. Kong. And for this video I have both titans made in all of their glory, Godzilla and Kong. Now both of these figures are actually made from bootleg Bigfigs, and so that meant that I stayed away from sculpting aside from a few details on Kong, and I strictly focused on repainting both figures to get them to look the way they do before you. But anyway, I've been a fan of Godzilla for a while, and Legendary's Monsterverse that started in 2014 with the original Godzilla allowed for my passion to grow, and this is of course the fourth film in the series, and it might even be its last. I'm not sure yet, but I surely hope that's not the case just yet, because I really do enjoy these movies. If it is, I'm just glad I was able to make these minifigures in time, because I wasn't sure if I was going to have that time in between getting off with making the Justice League figures and the Falcon and Winter Soldier, but thankfully I managed to pull these off in about a week's time, and so I sincerely hope you enjoyed these two. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting off with Godzilla, the king of the kaiju. He's a pretty simplistic big figure to make because most of the work was already done for me with the molding of the big figure. I'll be sure to link and find the specific figure I found and put it online so you guys can see what I got from it in case you want to use it yourself or whatever. So, the whole stigma of making these figures is that I didn't really want to sculpt anything. I just kind of wanted to paint onto a base. And so a quick Google search to find big figs and I found them. So I was glad that I was going to be able to make these, and so I went down that route, and so I'll put a picture up here somewhere so you can see it. But yeah, so most of the work was already done for me with the molding on the arms and the legs and all that. So all I did was get some clay and I sanded in the insides of the hands so that it looked like it was more natural, and the insides of the legs I did that. And then I pretty much painted the rest of the whole, the rest of it. And so I painted it in a pavement color because I thought it would be the most accurate look for Godzilla. And his claws and the legs and the toes and all that, they're all colored in gunmetal looking nice. And most of the work went into the face, especially the teeth and the mouth. That was a lot of tricky paint work to get there in those little crevices, but I managed to get it done. The eyes are both really nice. They have like a bit of yellow and some red and white shines into them that make it look pretty cool. And the back of the figure also has more detail. It's pretty generic. There's actually nothing there. It's just the molding and then a few painted like the pavement colors. There's no atomic blast or anything, unfortunately. So I didn't really want to paint anything. I thought I could use some like highlights and kind of do like a glow in the dark blue on the spikes in the back, but that was just unnecessary, and so I just kind of wanted to get these done as quickly as possible and as simplistically as possible, and so I'm pretty happy with the end result here. One unique detail about this big figure is that the mouth can actually move up and down, and I made sure to keep that original detail intact. And so what I did is I painted the teeth and the mouth details all accurately, and it was a very intricate process to make sure that the teeth wouldn't scratch when you move the mouth up and down. So Godzilla's mouth can move up and down, which is a really unique feature that I'm really happy with. And of course here is Kong, ruler of Skull Island, and unlike his prehistoric rival, Kong needed a lot more adjustments, especially in the sculpting areas. I mean, I did have to sculpt the abdomen details, and that's what made making Superman a while back really nice, is that I had practice with doing that sort of thing. Of course, this is on a larger scale, so I had to account for the scaling up of the abdomen pieces, but I still think they came out fine. He does have the scratches on his torso, those represented in red paint to give it that effect. The rest of the figure is painted pretty simplistically, aside from the face. The face is where a lot of my detail work went into. I especially had a lot of trouble on the mouth. See, I wanted to give him like a frown, but of course this is Kong, so I knew that he had to be a lot more aggressive, and so I had to paint on a little mouth down there, and then I did paint that with different colors to represent the teeth and the mouth individual down there. He does also have mouth linings, like the, for instance, he's got some gum painted details, and the black lines around the mouth to represent his, like the lines of the mouth are all painted really nicely. He does have nose details, and the eyes are painted with some black paint. They have an individual little underlining line, and he also has yellow eyes with black pupils and white highlights. So they came out to be a really nice figure. The only other details sculpted are his ears. They are sculpted and they have little details to represent the engravings of the ear. A look to the back reveals there is nothing on the back. It's pretty simplistic, painted in dark umber, which is a nice color to use because it's pretty simplistic and it applies super smoothly. And the final details, that Kong does have toe details. However, they are just pavement circles. No additional details there because I thought it wasn't very necessary. But yeah, he came out to be a great figure and a worthy rival of Godzilla. But that's it for this video, everybody, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. That's going to be it for this video, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, you can always leave a like down below and a comment to, let me know what you thought about these figures, and check out some other social media pages down in the description below. There's links to all that stuff in the description. But yeah, I'm really excited for this film. I hope that it's going to be, you know, more action-oriented than the 1962 Godzilla vs. Kong, because that was more of a comedic take, and as much as I love that film, it's more of a laugh. And so one of my favorite things about movies is seeing destruction and seeing a whole bunch of stuff happen, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing monsters just destroy everything, which is why I probably love the Legendary films so much, is because each one there's just been complete destruction of cities. And so this is going to be a fantastic film, and so I'm really looking forward to it. But without further ado, may the best Titan win, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.